Hello and good afternoon. Happy Thanksgiving. Today's Thanksgiving Monday and I'm here with you today to decorate this eggnog cake that we prepared the other day. Here it is on the very pretty stand. It's been sitting in the freezer for most of the last couple days. I let it warm up a little bit in the fridge. A little tip is if you're freezing cakes, it's good to have it covered. Just saran wrap is fine if it's for a day or two, but if it was for longer than that, then I would use a layer of tinfoil as well, just to make sure that it's really protected. And let it warm up to fridge temperature in the fridge, and then uncover it and let it warm up the rest of the way at room temperature uncovered. Otherwise, there's a bit more of a chance of it getting stuck to the side of the saran wrap and coming off. And that would be messy. So, without further ado, I have my stack of flowers here. And, they're just flowers from Costco. I had a bouquet and I took some of them out and used it for different things. A different cake had some flowers on it, but these are the ones that I have left over here. And the colors that I chose are kind of nice fall sort of group of colors. There's some yellow lilies in there to warm it up, but oranges, reds, and always some green. That looks nice too. Gerber daisies are one of my favorites, and I saved these lilies because they're not welcome in the other home that I brought a cake to yesterday. The smell is strong. Anyway, a good way to put the cakes or to put the flowers onto the cake is actually using a straw. Oops. This is just a little piece of little paper straw, and I just have cut them into small lengths. And that's because if you're pushing into the cake right with your flour, you're likely to bend the flour and maybe get like some plant type debris in your cake, and that's less likely if you're pushing in through with a straw first and then you just stick the stem of the flour in through the straw. The stem is a little bit too long here, so I'm going to cut the flowers a little bit shorter. And this one is a little bit too wide actually to fit in there. So I'm just going to grab some wider straws here. I'll be right back. Let's see if this one will work. Yeah, a little bit of a bigger straw there. I'll use that. So I'm just going to cut that into a few pieces too. I just need two really. I only have two of these pretty Gerber daisies. So I want to place my big flowers first, and then I kind of want to place them each facing outwards, and then we'll fill in around with the smaller flowers afterwards. So I'm going to go like that. Go upwards so that they have a little bit of lift to them. What are your guys' favorite things about Thanksgiving? I love just getting together with family. I think today actually is my first time ever hosting. We're hosting my husband's family, and I'm really excited about that. I wasn't sure at first, but I think it'll be really good. So I just want to trim these short enough that they can go in about 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches. I don't want them too short though, or I'll try and put it in there and I'll just fall right out. Flowers can be a little delicate too, and using the straws really helps so that I'm not having to like shove the flour in there, because that might break it. I'm feeling like this one's sitting out a little bit more than I like, so I'm just gonna move my straw maybe I'll leave that one there and I will put another flower in there, but I'm just gonna use this one. I think we're colliding inside the cake there a little bit, but that's okay. Is still just sticking in a way that I don't love. Try something even further back. I don't want to have one sticking out way more than the others. And some of that is just down to the shape of the flower. These ones, they open up nice and flat. This one opens up really forward. So it kind of makes sense that the base of the flower has to be set in a really different place in order for it to kind of blend well with the other big flowers. Let's see if this is the sweet spot. And this is the stuff that caking and decorating is all about, adjusting and readjusting and playing around until you get something that works. And I like the way my big 3 main flowers are sitting right now. You guys might notice I don't have my favorite tool, my little turntable. I don't think I really need it for putting flowers on. But I am happy with this arrangement of the big ones. I have one other lily that's not really opened up. I'm just gonna put it on the other side between the 2 Gerber daisies so the colors are kind of balanced there. And I want it to stay kind of down there, so I'm just gonna set it there. Perhaps if I was traveling with it, then I might want to secure it with a straw or something a little bit more secure, but that's okay. I have these ones lifted up nicely, and I think I'm just going to tuck the rest of these ones around. Now, I wonder if any of you can tell me what kind of flower this is. Maybe Aunt Margaret. I think it's so pretty. These nice maroon colored ones. I know they come in lots of colors, but I don't know what they're called. They're really pretty. Just tell me in the comments, or you can message me if you want. I'm sure I'm curious to know that. So these ones are just a little bit bulkier than I like. So I'm actually just going to trim them a little closer, or pick some of the ones that are shorter. Like this one's quite a tall sprig and this one not so much, so I'm happy to use the shorter sprigs to fill in between. Cut off some of the bulk at the bottom here. Now if you were going to do a cake like this and you wanted to decorate it a little bit in advance of an event, that's okay, but just keep it in the fridge. That's what florists do with their flowers. They keep them in the fridge and they should stay nice and fresh looking, and your cake should stay fine. I kind of don't want any of it extending too far past the edge of the cake. Some cakes can have that and that's just fine, but that's kind of the style I'm sticking with here. So just going around seeing where can I fill in and what is sticking out too far. Some white space here I'm going to fill in. It's a little bit up top here too. I'll make sure to fill that in. That was sweet and simple. I'm happy with that. Ta-da! That up on my little counter for when my Thanksgiving guests come. I hope that you guys have a really good Thanksgiving and are enjoying time with family, and have a great evening. Back to work tomorrow.